to understand that it's never too late to live out your soul's purpose. It's never too late to understand yourself or to change your life. Life is going to go on. Time is going to go on no matter what. You might as well do the things to make you happy and to work towards a better life than to never do it, than to just say, oh, well, and take the easy route. Or you want to call it easy, I call it harder, because that dissatisfaction I felt in my life was a lot harder to embody than not actually trying. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello, if you are new, my name is Andrea Johnson. I'm a Reiki master and psychic development teacher and a transformation coach. Welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe. Welcome to another episode of Conscious Coffee Talks, where we discuss a topic to expand our consciousness and improve our lives. So it is a beautiful fall crisp morning, so I have this lovely cup of black coffee with me today. So let's dive into today's topic. Today, I want to address something that is very near and dear to my heart because I went through it and experienced it and actually triggered my spiritual awakening. And that is what I call the American dream. So what I mean by the American dream, guys, is basically the programming that we are given that in order to be successful in life or in order to contribute to society, we basically need to complete our schooling, high school, college, get a corporate job, find a partner, buy a home, start a family, and pretty much serve our family as well as work climbing the corporate ladder for the next 50 plus years until we finally get to retire and then enjoy what's left of the rest of our lives. Why I feel like this is important, guys, is because it's helping you recognize that this is not your only option, that this is a programming, it is an idea, it is a belief that you have to do these things in order to be successful, and that is the farthest thing from the truth. So in this video, I want to help you to be able to consciously create your future and go after your passions rather than take somebody else's plan or idea of what they feel like success should look like for you, to be able to create your a life to where you will be happy for the long term and not always striving to look outside of yourself and never feeling fulfilled in what you're doing for a living or in your life. So let's talk about the American dream. I call this programming the American dream, which is basically we are fed the idea that in order to be successful in life, that we have to complete college education, get a corporate job or some kind of job that's probably high stress, like, in medicine, lawyer, something of that nature, and climb the corporate ladder, basically work our way up while also finding a partner, establishing our roots, basically building a home, a family, providing for that family, living out the majority of your years, working a job that you probably don't necessarily enjoy, while also kind of being stuck, having to provide for a family, kids, wife, husband, whatever, to maintain your foundation that you've established on this job, locking you in to this reality. And then you spend the rest of your years working until you're 65 or plus, when you're able to finally retire and then enjoy what's left of your years if you have your health to do so. Why might you ask why this is a problem? Well, for a lot of people, this programming really kicks off a spiritual awakening, and it is what initially kicked off my spiritual awakening because I realized that I was not living my soul's purpose. I felt very unfulfilled in life and I felt very unhappy, but I wasn't sure why I felt unhappy because I was doing all the things that I was told that I should do in order to be successful, in order to be a contributing human to society, which should make me feel good, right? So when we feel this dissatisfaction in our life, it actually starts to spill over into every aspect of our life. And we can't necessarily pinpoint it. And I know for myself, at first, I thought the unhappy feeling was because of my current job. And so I'm like, I need to find another job. I'm not feeling fulfilled in this. I need to go somewhere else. I did that. All my issues followed me. It was okay for a little bit, but all of my issues followed me. I even moved towns. I thought it was the town. Moved, all of my issues followed me. So I was always doing that next thing on the checklist of success that I was told, right? So it just didn't make sense to me, guys. I eventually found myself working at a very high-end job, corporate job, making a lot of money. I had a home. I was married in a happy relationship. There was nothing wrong. A husband that treats me amazing. And I was still not happy. I could not figure it out. It was not until I did inner work to actually figure out why I wasn't happy. So this isn't necessarily to say that it is our fault when we go through this, because like I said, guys, it starts in the school system. It is basically a programming that we are given, that a lot of people are given, basically from the system, society, and our parents, that is passed down to us. And when we go, from kindergarten all the way up to college, we are never really given a good opportunity to really dive deep into understanding the self, ourselves. Basically, we always have a plan laid out for us. We always have those next steps laid out for us. We know the next grade that we're going into. We know the homework that we have to complete. We know the set of classes that we have to take to get to the next steps. We are given a little bit of free will, a little bit of self-discovery of we get to pick some classes, we get to play some sports, we get to really kind of we have a little bit of a variety, but there is really not a lot in the system to help us discover who it is that we are in life. There is no emotional intelligence. Yeah, we might have some psychology classes, but it's not enough to actually make you start questioning your own life. It's not enough to teach you about your own emotions and why you feel the way that you do and what life actually is and how you play a part of it, a greater picture. There is no great philosophy really in the younger years of your life unless you receive that outside of the system. At least this was my experience, and I know a lot of other people's experience. So like I said, guys, if you experience something different, doesn't mean it's wrong. We lacked a lot of self-discovery, and we were so young by the time that we actually had the choice to decide what we wanted to do. We had this programming still installed into our minds that either we had to go to college to be successful, or who knows what we could have done. We were given a plan our entire life, and now we can either be given another plan and go to college and basically given another plan, a corporate job, and they give you SMART goals and things to work towards, or if you go off and do your own thing, it's scary as shit, because it's the first time that you're actually going to have to be listening to your intuition and developing your own plan and actually understanding what it is that you want in life. And most of us don't even wake up to that fact until we're halfway down the road, already have a home, a family, and tied into this corporate job that basically binds us to that reality that we don't really get a chance to actually sit and breathe and actually understand ourselves. So we don't understand the discomfort that we feel because we are not living our soul's true desire. Now, what do I mean by not living our soul's true desire? So when you feel discomfort in your life, that is your sign that you're not listening to your soul, meaning there is somewhere in your life that is out of alignment with love. And so it's either the action that you're taking, could be your job, could be something of that nature. There's an action that you're taking that is out of alignment with a thought or an idea or the body, mind, spirit. The Holy Trinity is out of alignment. So if you truly don't know what you want out of life, but you feel like something is off, like you have no purpose, you are not listening to your soul. Your soul is trying to tell you that you are supposed to be doing something different. And there's something inside of you that is trying to come out. There's something inside of you that needs to be discovered. Some aspect of yourself that you have buried, essentially, that is wanting to come out. There is a lack of joy in your life, a lack of purpose and passion that you have to discover what happened along the way that shut that down, right? Was there something that you did want to be? Was maybe you have woken up to the idea that you just realized that you were not truly living for you, and you didn't realize that you actually had a choice to choose something different until you feel it is too late, until you're already, like I said, halfway down the road. So this is where it is super important, guys. And what I've seen in coaching sessions and with clients is that they've never felt like they've had a choice in their life, that they can consciously create their life. And if they could go back, they wish that they would have chose differently, now knowing what they know now. So to solve this issue, a lot of people do what I did, and they change jobs, they change marriages, partners, they move towns, they do everything in their external world to try to fix that dissatisfaction, and that includes numbing themselves, which you spend more money, or it's just a vicious cycle that I find ironic, is that you end up spending money on materialistic items that you don't necessarily need, just to numb yourself from the discomfort that you feel from the life that you have tied yourself in. The job that you hate is just fueling your coping mechanisms for that, right? Because the dissatisfaction we feel, we do the things like shopping addiction, drugs, alcohol. We go out, we do things, mindless entertainment, food. Yes, those are things that are part of human nature, but overdone, we typically do those things because we are trying to numb ourselves from the discomfort that we feel. We don't want to face the feelings. We don't want to actually get to know ourselves because it feels difficult. It is painful to bring up some of the shit that we store inside of us. But we can never fully move forward and understand what it is that we want in life, what love actually looks like for us in our reality, what actions that we need to take or what we need to change in our life. It's too painful for a lot of us that we just continue to go down this path of self-destruction, pretty much, of the American dream, of programming, and we just accept our fate, right? And we'll just keep numbing ourselves. This is where I drew the line of when I realized that everything that I was doing was not fixing the way I was feeling on the inside. This is when I had the oh shit moment of when I moved towns, changed jobs. There was absolutely nothing wrong in my reality. That was the oh crap, it's me. It's nothing in my external world. It is me. So that is what forced me to go inside and actually discover myself. What does my soul want? What brings me purpose, passion, fulfillment in my life? And I had to really discover that. I had to clear away all the limiting beliefs, all the crap, all the lower level frequencies that I was holding, that was holding me back from truly living a life where I felt fulfilled. We typically find all of our pain points, guys, is what is holding us back from discovering, from allowing love to actually enter into our lives. That is why when you face your fears, you transcend that energy into love, and then you'll start living your soul's purpose, which is love. The actions that you take in your daily life just help you embody that frequency. So if the job that you have isn't fulfilling to you, if you don't feel a sense of purpose, passion, love coming through you, it is not your soul's purpose. So you either have to change your mindset in which you find purpose elsewhere in your life to embody the frequency of love, or you have to figure out what it is that you were meant to do. What is your calling in life, right? Your passion, your purpose. to make that your job. And understanding the nature of spirit might shed a little bit more light on this aspect, guys, is when you get down to the core of everything, and when you get down to the actual nature of spirit, there are typically 3 things that are the drivers of everybody's decisions here or embarking on some kind of passion or journey. Number 1, we are looking for freedom in all areas of our life. We want financial freedom. We want freedom of our time. We want to do the things that we want to be doing. We want to do the things that make us feel good. We don't want boundaries on us. And that is the nature of spirit. It is free. Spirit is free. And us just being here in this reality, we have constriction because of this body. This body constricts the spirit, right? So we are limited in some form of fashion. But essentially, every human will seek to find full freedom in their reality. So whether that being you are your own boss, you get to control your salary. You don't have a cap on it. You get to control what your day looks like, and you get to do the things you want to do that make you feel good, right? So that brings me to my next point, which is we want to feel appreciated. We want to feel like we add value. We want to feel important. That is another aspect of spirit. We want to feel powerful. I say powerful. That word can hold a lot of different definitions. But we want to feel appreciated and important in our life. That is why social media can be so toxic to a lot of people, because those likes that we get on our videos, our posts, the likes and subscribes, those actually generate a feeling of love for us, the same feeling that we would get just like in a happy relationship. That can be very easily manipulated if we are not careful by powers greater than us. But essentially, if you don't feel important in what you are doing in your life, your purpose in your life, if you don't feel like you have it, you're going to constantly seek something to where you do feel important. So for me, where I feel like I bring value and importance to other people is helping them improve their lives, is teaching them the things that I have learned. So somebody else could feel important just by being a caregiver to somebody, maybe a nurse. They take care of people and that is their passion and they feel important doing that. So you can apply this anywhere, really. It's just what does it look like in your life, right? And that's going to change all throughout as you evolve. Probably the most important one is people want to feel love in their life. Your spirit is always going to constantly, or I say your spirit is always going to be constantly reaching for new heights of love and life, new experiences that generate higher and higher points of love in life. That is part of the reason to be here, to experience oneself through the act of, playing out this character, experiencing who we are. Our environment tells us who we are, and we find who we are not by the lower level frequencies. So then we are able to actually understand what love is and actually seek to experience new heights of love in our life. And the choices that we make, the life that we build here helps us do that. That's why they say go within and see how you feel. What feels like love is the direction you want to take in life, because that is spirit guiding you to higher states of reality of love in your life. And that's what it will create. There's no cap to the love that spirit can ever be, and that's the point of the experience, because we're trying to reach new levels of it. So naturally, that is where you will find your compass in life, is listening to the dissatisfaction and finding those darker parts within you, so you understand where to shine the light, where love needs to enter into your life, what needs to fall away so love can actually be accepted in, right? That is the whole point of finding your soul's purpose. And biggest secret ever, there's not one thing that you've came here to do. Your soul's purpose just is to embody love and to experience new heights of love. And we use all the tools in our reality to do that, because our external world is going to tell us who we are by our choices, by our actions, right? So is your choices in life, your actions in life, are they generating love or are they not? So if they are not, you choose differently and you learn. So hopefully you gain some wisdom from those darker parts. We have to actually experience those darker parts to understand ourselves, to gain higher insight. But you have to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to yourself. You have to understand yourself. You have to want to learn and improve your life in order to do this. Kind of going on a rampage here. I channeled just a shit ton right there. And that is the road to get back to your soul, is to follow love. The whole thing that got you off track to begin with was because you were not listening to yourself. And that's what programming does. It took you from understanding yourself, and that is the illusion of the world, right? That is just part of it. You made the unconscious choice to basically create your life, right? You felt like you didn't have a choice, but in reality you did. You were just not conscious of what you were doing. But it's not truly our fault, right? We're just doing what we believe is right, and that's the best that we can do. The whole process of life is evolving and understanding and growing, and we could not get to where we need to go in life without experiencing that programming, right? We had to go through certain aspects or certain experiences through that to then break free from it, right? It's a blessing that you went through it and that you can even wake up to the fact that you understand that you want better for your life, that you want to find what lights your fire, what brings the most love into your life, what is your soul's purpose. That is a blessing, because a lot of people don't make it that far. They never make it. Some people don't ever make it, and they get to the end of their life and wish I would have lived for me and not other people. This is why it is so important to consciously create your life and understand yourself. So anyways, guys, I hope that this video helped you. I hope that it inspired you to actually take action in your life and to understand that it's never too late to live out your soul's purpose. It's never too late to understand yourself or to change your life. Life is going to go on. Time is going to go on no matter what. You might as well do the things to make you happy and to work towards a better life than to never do it, than to just say, oh, well, and take the easy route. Or you want to call it easy, I call it harder. Because that dissatisfaction I felt in my life was a lot harder to embody than not actually trying to do the things that I wanted to do, to live the life that I envisioned for myself. I would rather try and get to the end of my life knowing that I tried my best and I walked with spirit and faith every single day and did what I could, than just accepting whatever fate decides to give to me. You are the creator of your world. You are a conscious creator with spirit. You are spirit. It wants to get back to love, the rejoining of source. Sending you guys all of my light and all of my love. We'll see you.